Hola, my name's Bacon, as you know. Today I wanted to start a tutorial series called CSS, and no, not Counter-Strike Source, but Counter-Strike School. Basically, I'm gonna teach you a bunch of shit you need to know to get better at Counter-Strike or to become a decent player. Today, I'm gonna be doing settings. No, none of that, aim training where you're I don't know, quick scoping the shit out of everything. No. We're gonna do the settings. Why settings? Because, you might, if you don't have your settings, you might as well go into the battlefield with the wrong pair of shoes, like they're the wrong size. Imagine you had like big ass feet, but you had like small, teeny shoes on. You could trip, fall, get yourself killed, something like that. So yeah, today we're gonna do, settings. Alright, first on the agenda. Where is it? You gotta do here. Game settings. Very important. First, the very thing you need to do first is enable developer console. It helps editing or changing your settings. But yes, if you press that squiggly line, it should be on the left side of the number 1 key. So like left to the 1 and above the tab key. Press it. You should have this thing. Here you can give yourself stuff. For example, I'll give myself, I want to get a deagle. Like boom. I'd have a deagle. By the way, this only works on private servers, like servers you've created, or private lobbies you and your friends have created. This does not work on matchmaking, for example, because that would be way too overpowered and it would break the game. This is useful for editing private lobbies or matches with your friends, and also for example, if you're mid-game and you want to change your sensitivity, or I don't know, your crosshair size. Moving on. Alright, you got that down, right? This thing, yeah, I really have no idea. It was default actually 1.5, but don't know. We're not here for that, no. Item options, yes, item options here. Alright, this thing, open by menu with the use key. Basically, the use key is a default, I think, is E. Basically, if you press the use key, and there's like a gun lying over there, and you're in the spawn, right, and you want to pick it up, yeah, you just press the use key and you pick it up like that, easy. But if you disable it, this use opens buy menu, it doesn't open the buy menu for you. For example, I'm just pressing the buy menu right here. For example, if I were in spawn, I want to pick up that AK. It's kind of a bit annoying if you press use, but instead of picking up the actual gun, you open the buy menu. So yeah, moving on. Here, switch weapon on pickup. Alright, sorry. Open buy menu with use key, so keep that off. Next thing that's very important, switch weapon on pickup. You want to keep that at no, because this is what happens if you're on yes. If there were a guy around the corner, right, and you wanted to peek him, you'd want to pre-fire that. You'd want to go like that. But there's this AK lying the way. You'd probably go like this. You're about to pre-fire, and yeah, this happens. And he sees you, and then you get shot in the face. So you want to keep that off. Now, radar size is something you want to play around with. It's completely self-preference. I suggest just filling around it and see what works best for you. And yeah, I think that's it for the game settings. Moving on to video settings. Now, you may not see it on my screen, but please put your brightness to 1.6, because then you get to see things more clear and it's better, and you get to spot enemies easier and you kill them. Yeah, very simple. Just do it. It's not self-preference. It's a must. From that. Aspect ratio is something you have to find. Default is set to 16:9. This is something that takes time to figure out what you like. I suggest you watch more videos on that. Here, resolution. I have mine set to the max because I don't know if I had a smaller one, I'd have black bars and this and that because my monitor is massive. Oh yeah, by the way, another thing in the advanced options, make sure you turn your effect detail onto high and your shader detail onto very high, because this reduces the amount of black smoke when you throw a Molotov, so you can see through it more clear, and yeah, it's better. Yeah, and advanced video options. This is something that's like that depends more on your computer. So if you have a bad computer, like a wood computer, you have to set everything to low, and especially set this to low. If you have a good computer, you could, you know, set everything to high, because seriously, there is no in between. You either play CSGO with full everything, or play CSGO at low settings. Yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to video. Make sure the most important, I'd say, is like turn this to 1.6. Moving on to audio. You could try copying mine, because I don't know, I set them to a nice value, because honestly, some people play without music, but I think music could be helpful. It's just that sometimes the music really gets to me, because the default everything is like set to maximum or something like that. Master music volume. I set master music volume to really low, because, you know, I don't need the music to be loud. This master music volume basically sets the master, it controls all the music. Like when I say music, it's like everything, you know, with tune, not gunshots. Gunshots don't count. So main music volume, you have to definitely turn that down, because I remember first time playing CSGO, I almost, you know, it sounded like a fucking, you know, grenade going off in my ear. That's how loud it was. Round start volume, yeah, round end volume, I keep those minimum, because they're not really too important, but I don't really like them blowing up my head. Tense bomb, yeah, bomb hostage volume, you gotta keep that at full, because, you know, it's something that helps you hear if a counter-terrorist is defusing the bomb or risking the hostage. That's, you know, you need that at its max, so you can hear that. 10-second warning volume, I turned that a bit down, just because, you know, I don't want to listen to music right before I die. I like to hear my enemies before they, you know, attack me. Basically, let's say it's the last 10 seconds, the music in the last 10 seconds gets louder, it has a different tune, it's a very distinctive tune. So what you do, you know when it's the last 10 seconds, and normally in the last 10 seconds, for example, if you're saving a gun, and there's like a guy around the corner, he's about to push you, and if the 10-second volume is like really loud, you won't be able to hear him. And he'll just probably come around the corner and he'll see you and then he'll kill you, because he's checking all those angles. But you can't hear anything, because the music's way too loud. So yeah, I set that a bit down. And death camera volume, I set that really low, because every time I get fucking, you know, shot in the face, it's really annoying. And it's like that one war owl thing. I'll probably clip that in the video. Moving on from audio. Keyboard. Very important, keyboard. This is something that is completely self-preference, and I can't really help you with that, but I can help you with your sensitivity. There's like a video, I will link it in the description. Basically a guy explaining how to find your perfect sensitivity, and it takes like a really, really long time. He'd shoot a wall over there, and you'd have to like follow it with your crosshair. Yeah, I suck. Like most people use like a 400 DPI, because all the pros use 400 DPI. I mean, like, so do I. It's like a, let's say, a benchmark. Everyone uses 400 DPI, and from there on 400 DPI, your sense, change your sense, right? So I have a DPI of 400 and my sense is 2.1. I don't know the maths how it works, but yeah, that's just how it is. You could try using it if you know, if you want to like know, I'd say mine is around average sensitivity of the CSGO player that are, you know, normal, unlike silver, so have like, I don't know, 8,000 DPI, because their mouse has DPI of 8,000, which you really don't need, and their sensitivity set default to 5, so be like this. Well, my DPI right now is like 1,000 something, not 8,000. Be like, hi, yo, whoa, there's a guy over there, better shoot him. Ugh. Can't aim properly. Oh, be something like that. Holy crap, it's fast. Yeah, another important thing is, hold up here, raw input. You gotta turn that on, because if you turn it off, right, then it uses your the like OS, your operating system settings to your mouse. For example, if my Windows settings were 11. Take that into account, and then it like screw up my aim, and then be all, last time I checked, it'd be all like, you see that snapping, like it's very jittery. Yeah, that snap right there, it looks kind of like a weird aim lock, but it's not. And no, just because it looks like a weird aim lock, it won't help you, you know, do some pushy sub-rosa shit. So I suggest, like, really, this is not self-preference, this is literally turn it off. Like, oh, I mean, turn it on. Because if you turn it on, it just uses your normal mouse settings from your mouse. It's way smoother, way better. And yeah. Another thing. Turn mouse acceleration off. Because mouse acceleration on. Okay, I don't want to demonstrate, but basically, mouse acceleration, if you're moving, mouse acceleration, it has a multiplier, it just multiplies how fast it is. So for example, if I start off like this speed, it gets faster and faster and faster. Faster and faster and faster. That's pretty much it for your settings. I'll be soon making a video on, you know, beginner tips for people, you know, who are still beginner. Oh shit. I'll be making beginner tips on how to get better in CSGO. Because, you know, not a lot of people know the CSGO physics and everything. That's exactly what I mean. So yeah, until then. Oh, there's my body. But yeah, until then, I don't know. Adios. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Hail Hydra. Make America Swifty again. And yeah, good night.